The Supreme Court on Wednesday asked this council appearing for the petitioners in the Karnataka hijab ban controversy to wrap up their rebuttal arguments within an hour tomorrow, saying, "We are losing our patience." The top court, which heard submissions in the matter for the ninth day, said it would give just 1 hour to the lawyers for the petitioners to conclude their arguments on Thursday, that is today. "We will give our 1 hour time to all of you. You finished that. Now it is an overdose of hearing," a bench of Justices Hemant Gupta and Sudhanshu Dhulia told senior advocate Huzaifa Ahmadi. Varanasi's senior-most judge will hear the Gyanvapi case today, days after ruling that a plea by 5 Hindu women to pray year-long at a shrine inside the Gyanvapi mosque in Varanasi, next to the famous Kashi Vishwanath temple, is legally valid. In its order of the September 12th, the Varanasi court said the petitioners were not asking to convert the mosque into a temple but a right to worship at the disputed property all year round. Under a law made in 1991, places of worship should be allowed to exist as they were on August 15, 1947. The Babri Masjid case was the exception. A challenge by Muslim petitioners, mainly the mosque administrators, who wanted the petition thrown out, was rejected by the judge, who said the petition has no merit. The rupee weakened to a new record low early on Thursday as greenback climbed to a fresh two-decade high after the US Federal Reserve hiked interest rates and projected a more aggressive policy path in the current tightening cycle. Bloomberg quoted the rupee at 80.4863 against the greenback after hitting 80.4875, a record low compared to its previous close of its just below the psychological key 80 per dollar mark. PTI reported that the domestic currency fell 42 paise to a fresh all-time low of 80.38 against the US dollars in early trade. The Congress also reacted to the issue and said that "how low will your government stoop?" tweeted Srinivas Baby of the Congress. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has a powerful, influential voice on the world stage, and the Russian leadership respects India's position in the global arena, UK Foreign Secretary James cleverly said, emphasizing that London hopes President Vladimir Putin listens to those voices who are calling for peace amid the Ukraine conflict. Cleverly was responding to a question on the Ukraine-Russia conflict, and PM Modi telling Putin last week on the sidelines of the 22nd meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Uzbekistan's Samarkand that today's era is not of war. Ukraine's defense ministry has tweeted a suggestion for the Russian people, many of whom are leaving their country after President Vladimir Putin announced partial mobilization, which means calling on thousands of military reserves for active duty on the ongoing war and raise the specter of a nuclear attack. Russians are now actively Googling how to avoid mobilization and stay alive, read the tweet by Defense Ukraine on Thursday. They would have been better off Googling instructions for making Molotov cocktails when they were still time. Molotov cocktails, homemade petrol bombs, were a motif of the common Ukraine's resistance against Russian forces when the invasion began 7 months ago.